Hey guys, happy Halloween. We have the gorgeous Savannah here with us today. We're going to do a cutesy little scarecrow look. So you already know we're going to start off with our normal glam, foundation, some bronzer in the hollows of the cheekbones, on the forehead, under the chin, even across the nose if you'd like. This is going to be a relatively simple scarecrow look. And then we're going to go in with some red blush, more on the apples of the cheek and a little bit on the nose. Rather than traditional blush placement nowadays, you're going to keep it more towards the apples of the cheeks. And then we're just going to go in and do a little bit with her brows, just a little brow gel. You're just looking for whatever you do for your typical glam. And then you're going to take some dark brown shadow and just place that all over the lid, blend it out a bit. And then you go into some pale orange and just use it to blend out any harsh lines with the dark brown. And then once that's all nice and blended out, you're going to go in with a gold shimmer. You can use straight up like gold glitter, a gold shimmer shadow, whatever you'd like, and just place that all over the lid. We're going to make a sunflower with one of her eyes, so that's kind of going to be the center of the sunflower. And then you're just going to do your eyeliner underneath. Savannah struggled with this. She usually doesn't wear makeup, so she was not a fan of having the eyeliner done. And then you're just going to make little lashes with the liner. And then you're just going to make a little stitch over one eyebrow. So you just make a line going up and simple little stitches going down. And you're going to do that in black. And then eventually we're going to come in and go over everything we did in black in white. It kind of makes it pop out more. And then you're just going to make a random little patch. 3 lines down, 3 lines across. Make a little patch. Makes it kind of look like a burlap sack with a hole in it. And then you're going to make a little bit of an oval shape on the nose. And then you're going to fill that oval shape in with some orange. My chatty ass was talking right here. And then you're just going to fill it in with some orange face paint, eyeshadow, whatever you want to use. And then, as I said before, we're going to go in with some white and basically trace over all of the black. You can be a little bit more precise so you can still see most of the black through it. I had to go back and kind of clean it up a little bit. It's harder to be precise when you're trying to stand far away and you got short arms. But I wanted to make sure the camera could see her. Your arms get a bit shakier the further out you have to hold them, and I had to stand a good bit away to be out of the camera. And then you're going to have it looking somewhat like that. And then you're just going to go in and start making little petal shapes. So you're going to connect the petals to the gold eyelid. You don't want to go further in than the gold eyelid. That's meant to be the center. And you just take eyeliner, face paint, whatever you want to use. Make sure you have a nice fine detail brush on whatever it is you're using and just go around making some simple little petal shapes. And then once you have the eye surrounded with petals, you're going to go in between each petal and just make another little smaller petal shape to make it look like more flower-like. I definitely got a little contorted around the nose. Again, I'm trying to hold my arm further away. And then you're going to take your eyeliner, face paint, and make some big leaves. About 2 big leaves and 1 little small leaf. And then you're going to take the leaves and fill it in with some green eyeshadow, green face paint, whatever you have on hand. Just fill in the leaves so you don't forget which one the leaves are. And then you can add some lines in the center of the leaves, make them look more leaf-like. Very simple shapes. And then you're going to go in with some bright yellow shadow. You can use face paint if you want as well. And you're just going to fill in the entire petal shape. You're just going to fill all of it in with a nice bright yellow. And then once all of the yellow is filled in, you're going to go in with an orange shade to give it a little depth. And you're going to go from the bottom to about halfway up the petal and just blend it in nice and cool. You don't want super harsh lines, just blend the orange up to about the center or a little over halfway up the petal. And then you can go in, you can stop there, or you can go in with a red and make it even deeper and just fill in the very bottom of the petal. You could go in and add highlights and all of that as well, however difficult you want to make it. And there you go, you have your nice little sunflower. And then I went in and concealed the top lip because you're going to want to try to make the top lip look a bit thin. Scarecrows don't usually have thick, plush, juicy lips. So you're just going to go in with some black lipstick, face paint, eyeliner, and just fill in the bottom lip and do about half of your top lip. Like so. And then you're just going to take the corners of the mouth and just dip that out. And then you're going to go along the mouth and those black edges and just make little stitch shapes. You can make X's, lines, whatever you'd prefer. Just make it look like the mouth is stitched up. And then you can do 2 large X's right over the mouth, or you can do a few stitches, whichever you'd like. And then once you're finished with the mouth, you're basically done. You have a cute little scarecrow. I think it came out pretty good. What do you guys think? Savannah's so pretty and she didn't know what to do. It's her first time being a makeup model. She doesn't wear much makeup, but here you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.